Hey man, let's speak on Elliot Wilson because you see, Elliot Wilson is like the OG blueprint for the hard-working journalist. Picture this, dude went to college, he got his degree, he didn't stop there, he got his master's, and then he got his master's. You know, he spent a decade broke as hell grinding at some magazine company where they probably paid him an exposure, but eventually he climbed his way to the top and his name solidified. Big moment for Elliot, no doubt. You see, he was the guy during the golden era of hip-hop magazines. If you were popping, you talked to Elliot. If you weren't popping, you were begging to talk to Elliot. Labels sent their artists straight to him like he was the final boss of media. He thrived when the Source was beefing with Vibe, when XXL cover shoots actually meant something, and when the blog era wasn't even in vocabulary. But you know what they say about the good old days. One thing about the old days are, those are the old days. Time waits for no man, not even overqualified, underappreciated journalists like Elliot. The game has changed. No more XXL versus the Source. No more media runs where artists sit with seasoned journalists to drop deep industry insights. Instead, we got dudes like Kai Cenat, who just logs on to Twitch, dances in his socks, yells chat at 3 monitors, and somehow gets the biggest female rapper on earth like Nicki Minaj to pull up and twerk on command. Elliot looks at this stuff like, what is this nonsense? He doesn't get it. He's mad. He's been out here sharpening his skills for 30 years, crafting Pulitzer Prize level questions, and now Kai is the face of media? Oh, it's eating him alive. Then there's Charlemagne, another dude who didn't go Elliot's route. He didn't spend years interning, eating ramen, and spending extra hours for learning the journalistic ropes. Nope, Charlemagne just hopped on the mic, started wilding out, and built a brand off opinions and hot takes. So when Charlemagne called Elliot a hater for how he acted after Nicki Minaj went on Kai's stream, it hurt. Then Char said, Elliot doesn't even have a platform. How is he being on these playlists? It's more reputation than anything. Which, that probably hit Elliot harder than student loan debt. And let's not even get started on Drake. Drake had the audacity to sit down with Bobbi Althoff, a white woman who knows absolutely nothing about hip-hop. Elliot's been begging for a Drake interview for years, sharpening his questions, ready to ask, what's really the 72-hour rule, Aubrey? And Drake just says, nah, I'm good. I'd rather talk to someone who doesn't know my last name. That hurt Elliot's soul. And I understand his point, but he probably went home and played Take Care on repeat, crying into his press credentials. But the drama hit peak levels in an episode that aired last night of New Rory and Mal with Elliot on the show, where it looks like he was probably a couple of drinks deep, Henny in one hand, bitterness in the other, and he decided to crash out spectacularly on Cameron specifically.
And those people that could do great interviewers are now becoming the media.
Yes. Everybody's media. Summer Walker's media. Cameron's running like he's Stephen A. Smith. It's what we're dealing with.
Why are you saying like he's Stephen A? Why he not running around like Cameron?
Cameron to be that.
That's what people be mad at you about when you say shit like that.
Which I think he should lean into. Be the old villain.
OD, that was hate.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I think people be mad at you.
Oh, it's hate.
Cam is running around like he's Stephen A. Smith.
My guy called Cameron a knockoff Stephen A. Smith, saying that Cam is just here for the bag, not for the love of hip hop. Translation, because I can speak and drunk is my second language. Elliot is mad because Cam is eating up the spotlight with It Is What It Is, while Elliot feels like the old man watching NBA level basketball. Y'all don't even play defense no more.
Why is this poor journalist? Because he has an opinion? Why?
But him and Mace have proved to have a good opinion that people care about. He got Mace
having a job and really like check because the bag is there.
But Elliot, you don't think that we all come from the culture of we all sit around in our neighborhoods in front of our buildings.
But Mom, don't make you a journalist.
But I'm just saying we all sit around in our groups with our friends and talk about
our
sports,
opinions, yes.
music. That's
absolutely.
That's all these guys are doing right now.
But that's not fair. Is Shannon Sharp a journalist?
No, but that's the
Or does he
easier
have
bridge.
experience from it?
That's where the athlete becomes the media. That's the easier Charles Barkley. That's easier transition.
So why is it easier for the athlete but not the artist?
It's not easier, but I don't like it because, like, you imagine, like, this is the shit I do well, and not everybody want to do it, and they get the celebrity off that shit.
You don't like it because you feel like they're not coming to the journalists to have these conversations.
I'm real with that.
Which affects your bottom line.
The best I ever do is me with that. So then you want to be that off celebrity of what? So I could talk about that. I don't like that shit, and I'd be a hater.
Yeah.
It's reality.
Man, I already know it's only the first of the year. And I know y'all tired of wearing that same old gear that you wore all of last year. So I need y'all to tap in with Bless Atlanta, where they got the newest drip. And it's at an affordable price. And we ain't on no Almaretta gatekeeping the city type shit. You ain't gotta only be from zones 1 through 6 to wear this. You could be from Marietta. You could be from the South Side. You could be from Gwinnett County. You could be from Detroit, Los Angeles, Houston. It doesn't matter. Catch the drip and definitely turn heads wherever you step out with Bless Atlanta. Links down low in the description box.
Yeah.
And listen, let's break down what Elliot is really saying here. He's upset because in his day, journalists were the gatekeepers, rappers were the rappers, and journalists were the ones asking the hard-hitting questions. Now rappers are crossing over, becoming podcasters, media personalities, and journalists. And Elliot feels like they're just grabbing the bag with no respect for the craft. And honestly, he's right.
Yo,
Shit ain't popping.
This
it ain't popping.
I don't agree.
What's the Cameron interview? Was like, yo, Cameron really asked the questions. Like, what are you talking about? No.
But also, dead ass wrong. Cameron isn't out here trying to win a Pulitzer. Cam is here to entertain, and guess what? He's damn good at it. People don't watch It Is What It Is for hard-hitting investigative journalism. They watch to hear Cam and Mace clown folks for an hour straight. Same with Kai. We're not here for the insights. We're here for the vibes. Elliot's lane, it's solid, but it's just not the popular lane anymore. Even Rory and Maul's co-host, which is their female counterpart, asked the $1 million question. She asked, Elliot, what exactly are you mad about? Because what you don't realize is, yes, you give the information. You get the questions out that need to be asked. But what you don't understand is that there's an entertainment factor into it that they may be doing better than you.
I don't like it.
You don't like it because you don't think they're good at it?
I know I'm better at it.
Okay.
It's me. It's my life.
Okay.
But Elliot, what
Imagine
would make
it.
you better at it? Because in this day and age, it's just not about getting the information right. It's about who's more entertaining. So who are you to say I'm better at this than them when what
I'll prove it to you I'm better than you. Like, I'm the best. I'm more informed.
Are you better at telling a story? Are you better
100%.
at getting accurate
They're not
information?
better. Like, that shit cringeworthy. I watch that shit. It's not good.
And with Cam or Young Miami, maybe they just want to be entertained. With Kai, they just want to be entertained. They don't
No,
want to be
but Raw
informed.
is
They don't
the-
want to be informed.
The access goes to them above me. That's the problem I have. That's what it comes down to. You see what I'm saying? Because it seems sexy. Like, yo, Cam's the sports reporter now. Hey, woo,
Okay,
woo.
but let's not act like
Right?
that's not always been hip hop or entertainment at the time. We've seen things that were hot and then failed immediately, but at that time, that was the hot shit that people went to.
And they
That's like any genre.
They don't have to fail. It's all good. They can do their thing. I'm just saying, like, yo, I'm competing. I want a shot. I'm in this. I'm still here.
And that's the reality. Entertainment trumps expertise in today's world. And that's when OVO Maul came in with an actually good question for once, because his hot takes have been trash all year, but he actually hit a home run. He said Elliot is like the old man in the park that's mad when he's not getting picked up anymore. And let's be real, he's right. Elliot is still nice, but the game has moved on. They're picking Cam, they're picking Kai, they're picking Carisha now. Elliot has to call next, and next may be 3 games from now.
I want to compete.
But that, I mean, that goes back.
But now you sound like the old nigga in the park that don't get picked up no more.
And I don't want to be that. You're right.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Stop being that.
And I'm not saying that you are that, because
It's all good.
I know your work.
Yes.
I'm from New York City. I know Elliot Wilson's work.
My nigga.
But
Love.
I do understand at the same time, like, there was a time where what I was into growing up, you know, my parents.
It's tough. Now don't get it twisted. This was top tier hate. I haven't seen hate this pure in a minute, but I'll give Elliot credit. He was honest. He let the world see his vulnerability. He's frustrated because he worked hard to get to the top, and now he's watching less talented, less knowledgeable people surpass him just because they have clout, a ring light, and a camera. And honestly, I get it. I've felt that way on my YouTube before. Why haven't I blown up yet? Why haven't people recognized me as the best? But then I check myself. It's not just my time. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. For Elliot, it's harder because he's been to the top. He's tasted the glory. Now he's watching others shine in a lane he paved, and it's eating him alive. What Elliot doesn't understand is that his lane still exists. It's just not the #1 spot anymore.
But what interview did Cam take away from something of, let's say we're the hip hop ilk, even if Maul and I aren't journalists, we're still in hip hop media. You are a hip hop journalist. What interview did Cam take away from us?
They have celebrity has access to different things that I may not have. And again, I do feel like they underperform.
See, I think I have to push
Every
back.
time.
I have to push back there because you have had 25 years of relationships with
30,
publicists,
30,
PR interviews.
30.
The three majors where Cam is
30.
a celebrity and has, you know, relationships for him being in the game for 30 years. But you have direct relationships with the majors that the rest of the podcasting world never had. So
Okay.
you still do have that. I think we have to go back to the period at the end of the sentence of what the fans want.
Sometimes when you're racing, you have to look forward. You can't look to the sides. You can't look behind because that's when people surpass you. You see, Snoop Dogg figured this out years ago. He knew when his rap dominance was over, so he pivoted. He built his brand and supported others. Now he's the most famous person in hip hop. Look at someone like Kevin Hart. He's a traditional comedian and actor. He's embraced Kai Cenat. He's embraced Drewski. And now when they stream, it goes viral every time. Because he realizes, though, these dudes aren't hurting my lane. They're helping me build my brand. They're keeping me up to date. They're keeping me in these people's faces who are unfamiliar with me. And that's why I remain at the top. I see them as allies and not enemies. Elliot, he could do the same, but he's letting hate hold him back. So let me know in the comments, does Elliot Wilson have fair points, or is this straight up hate? Drop your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Happy New Year, man. Hey, let's get me to the road to 10,000 subscribers. If y'all like the content, make sure that you like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We out, baby. Boom. Just LaFlare.
It's him.